fight's not over.
Stop the fight!
People.
Everybody, I come here for everybody. Kill everybody. I'm the champ. I'm the king. Kill everybody. Ah!
What's up, guys? Broke Bets here. Got my guy Carson on the other side of the line. What's up?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Yeah, we got some bets for you guys off of a rough last week, rough last 2 weeks, but I think that was pretty hard card for a lot of people to win on for 290. With the parlay killers, I think that's a big part of it. Yeah, we'll just go straight into our Holm versus Bueno Silva bets here. Starting it off, we got five total main bets, and then some other stuff for you guys. So starting it off, Tucker, Lutz, and Melsik Baghdasaryan, taking Baghdasaryan here, and I'm really surprised at this number. In my eyes, I think Baghdasaryan should be like a minus 300. This is a guy who is crushing. I wouldn't say crushing, but doing really well against Joshua Kulabau before one slip off of a kick and then getting submitted. And I think Tucker Lutz just doesn't have that finishing ability that Melsik brings to the table. And even if Baghdasaryan slows down in the third round, I think still rounds 1 and 2, he's going to look too good for Tucker Lutz here and take control of this fight. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think the only shot Tucker Lutz has is if he gets it to the mat here. I mean, Baghdasaryan should be able to piece him up on the feet and look pretty darn good.
How about Carson with that new mic, folks? Much better. I know you're getting a lot of complaints. Moving down. First prop bet. Not doing any parlays, man. I can't trust anyone, especially on this card. You can't trust anyone, but man, I'm just getting burned on parlays week after week, so I'm going to try to slow down doing them with fighters at least. First prop bet, though. Evan Elder and Valdez to go over 1.5 rounds. I know Valdez is a first-round finisher, and he's a guy who really goes after it. But Evan Elder is pretty durable, and he doesn't have just like this spark knockout power from what I've seen. And he went to the third round with Sadykhov, and I just really feel like Evan Elder here is going to be able to control this fight, use some grappling as well, take it later into this fight, and I think that this over 1.5 will play out pretty well.
Yeah, I like that game plan from Elder. If he mixes in the grappling, he can wear down Valdez. I mean, Elder's last fight was only stopped because his cut. I mean, it probably would have went the distance in that fight. So I like this spot a lot here too. And
even Valdez, he got knocked down by Frivola a lot, but against Natan Levy, even he survived. So he survived a lot of big punches. Moving down. We're playing the under in the Azaitar and Prado fight. I just feel like these guys both go into so many 50-50 exchanges that someone's bound to just get clipped and knocked out. And I think it's going to happen in the first round. And I think that playing, if you have that alternate round option of start round 2, I think no is a great option. Azaitar also just leaves his chin kind of open in those pockets, and Prado likes to do a right hand and follow up with a heavy left hook. So I think Prado finds a knockout, but I like the under here.
Yeah, Azaitar, in all of his fights, I think three of his fights have gone out of the first round. So, I mean, there's 11 fights that all end in the first round. And I really like this spot here as well, especially... yeah, like you said, they both go in those 50-50 exchanges, and one of them will probably be finished here pretty early.
The only thing that would make me nervous is that Azaitar just felt the power of being knocked out, and he might be a little bit nervous to exchange, but I'm not. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with him still being aggressive. I can't change all of my game plan just because of that one knockout, but we'll see.
Right.
Adding on here, we got Jack, Della. We're going to just look at the under, Jack by KO, parlay Jack possibly. Just, he's been my moneymaker. We've hit him by KO versus Amiv on the money line. We've hit his under, we hit him by KO. I've made so much money out this guy, and if
what you did in the Randy Brown fight, you did finish. A lot of people just had the KO and kind of got screwed there.
Right. Jack Della, though, I might not play the KO. Maybe I'll do the sub if he wants to work on that part of his game. Or not sub, by finish. But
finish.
I haven't seen this line out. That's why I'm saying it. But I'm going to say we probably will end up playing something within that category. And I'll comment on the channel or on this video if we do end up playing something with it. Moving down further. Terrance McKinney and Sadykhov to go under 1.5. T-Rex is just built for it. He's going to try to, I think, take this fight to the ground and get a submission early. And Sadykhov has great slip counters, so he's going to try to slip punches and hit McKinney when he's off balance. So I think one of them just goes down at under 1.5 time. And I think, honestly, the 190 number is still great for a Terrance McKinney fight because they go under.
Yeah, I mean, he's first rounder bust usually. First rounder getting finished early second round or in the first round as well. So
right.
Sadykhov got knocked down in the first round, I believe, in the Elder fight as well. So
right.
McKinney could catch him.
Sure. And then parlaying it with Albert Duraya versus Park. And I'm surprised this line's minus 160, and it's since dropped to minus 140, but I can't believe, and this matchup in my eyes is like a minus 300 to go over 2.5. I feel like both guys have really good ground games. Probably Park a little bit better control, maybe Derive a little bit better wrestling. But I don't see too many knockout weapons from either person. So submission would be like maybe the way it goes, but they're both pretty good on the ground. So I think this one's pretty safe, minus 160.
Yeah, I mean, Park's only been finished by Rodriguez and then Anthony Hernandez and then long time ago against Shafkat. So
right.
I don't think Drive is on the same level as any of those guys. So.
Drive's not very aggressive either, so...
Right.
Yeah.
And, I mean, his fight against Buckley was only stopped because the eye was completely swollen shut. So it wasn't like he was knocked out cold or anything.
Moving down further, we're going to use that same one again with the Derive and Park over 2.5. And then I'm going to take Munoz and Carl Deaton to go over 2.5 rounds. I just think that Munoz will try to implement his wrestling in a lot of the fight, and he seems to stand up to damage well. He's fought Nazareth Hackprast and some other guys with good power, and he stood up against the punches. And Carl Deaton, not super dangerous on the feet at the same time. And he might get taken down a majority of this fight as well. So I like the over 2.5 here. I think that this one's going to last a little while.
Yeah, pretty much all their fights go to decision. So seems like a pretty easy play.
Right. Moving down to the long shot plays. One got fallen out of this. I had Walt Harris, the under 1.5 in this, and then it fell off. So again, the Park over, Azaitar under, McKinney under. I just think those three are pretty likely to happen. And with that Walt Harris one, it was supposed to be like 1,000 odds, but now it's fallen down to 300. So we'll just see what happens there. And then the second one, I got the Deaton over, the Valdez over, the Lingo over, and the Baghdasaryan under. So I think I'm just going to try to play a little bit of these here. I think Baghdasaryan has the tools to finish the fight in the first 2 rounds. And Lingo's shown that he's really durable. He got hurt by Nate Landwehr, but Melquizael Costa doesn't really have the best hands, so I kind of expect this one to go a little bit longer. And yeah, this is the plays we got for Holm Bueno Silva. I don't see any other special spots on the board. This is kind of a harder card to bet just because of less reliable fighters possibly, but I think the rounds, focusing on the rounds is a good part of this. So
I could see this card being a parlay buster as well. I mean, there's a few minus 200s that are like, I mean, I can't play any of those.
Right.
Dudakova, I mean, I don't know.
Jack Della is probably the only guy that your money's worth being on for. I mean, I like Baghdasaryan, but with the number they gave him, I'm gonna straight bet him all day. But if he was like minus 300, I'd parlay him. But yep. All right, guys. Good luck this weekend. Peace.
Peace.
I know. It doesn't matter from the trenches. I'm built like this. The old doubted me said I couldn't do it. The old said I couldn't do it. Look at me now.